I'm Purva Bedi, and you're watching India Independent Films.
All right, welcome to India Independent Films. We are here with the cast and crew, not everybody, but most of them, from the short film Daadi, which just premiered at the New York Indian Film Festival. Yay! So I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to have everybody introduce themselves on camera real quick. So we'll start with Purva.
I'm Purva Bedi. I'm an actress and the producer on the film Daadi.
And I'm David Andrew Scholar, the writer, director, editor.
I'm Shelle Davis. I'm an actor and an associate producer on the film Daadi.
Perfect. So, basic question first. Tell us what Daadi's about and what it means to all of you guys.
Daadi is actually a story inspired by reality, about Purva's grandmother, who was an actor in stage and screen in India for about 60 years. She's now 87 years old. Well, now she's 88 years old. At the time of shooting, she was 87 and living in a senior home in Harlem. So there was a real difference in the way that she lived back then and the way that she lives now. And so what we wanted to do was be able to show that kind of dichotomy.
Right.
And ultimately, she also told us a pretty fantastic story about something that happened to her that could guide us kind of near.
Yeah, I mean, so David kind of said it. So, she acted in India in over 70 Bollywood films, a ton of regional films, ran a theater company for 30 years in Punjab. And then, she got older and she moved to America to be with her kids and her family. And then she became a resident at the Lot Residence, which is a home for senior citizens, assisted living, and Shelle's actually a social worker there too.
Yeah.
And there was a huge dichotomy between her life as like a glamorous actress who runs the show versus an older woman who's just trying to get by.
Kind of like a fish out of water a little bit.
Yeah, a fish out of water on the inside, but on the outside she's got a walker and she's an old lady, right?
But she's going for it a lot. And I'm a social worker as well as an actor. And Daadi is amazing. She has these ways about her. She's humorous and she can be self-deprecating, and then she can be imperious all of a sudden, and you think, wow, I've got to okay, I'll talk to you later, and you come back and she's totally changed, and she's open and loving, and so she's one of my favorite residents. And I was working there when Purva came to me about the project. We had a lot of problems getting the project going at first because our board of directors, they were concerned, and logically so, about all the elderly people that we would be dealing with and around making this film happen. But it all happened. In the end, everything fell together, and it was a wonderful experience. It was telling the experience of this woman who was feeling things fall away, losing everything, as eventually we all do. We get to the end of our lives and mortality sort of kicks in, and you're realizing you're getting further and further away from the light where you were. And then she refines it. It's a beautiful story.
So, I mean, I wish she was here and I could talk to her about this, but maybe you guys could shed some light on how she felt being back in this world of film in a way.
She loved it. I mean, she took everything. I'd say, Daadi, it's 6 o'clock. You've been working since 6 in the morning. It's been 12 hours. How are you feeling? And she said, I don't rest. I'm making a film. And she was like, I remember hearing that. She was like kicking back into gear in a way that we were all kind of in awe of it.
And, her health had been an issue beforehand, and certainly her mental health had been an issue as far as, a sort of a standard sadness that might come when
it happens at
depression,
right?
Yes.
And what the film is about is a juxtaposition between the glamorous, fun, happy life of family, being a young mom, being an actress, making theater and art, and living in a senior home and playing bingo and going to the cafeteria for your meals.
Right. So once she got engaged with the film, you really saw her sort of change, sort of engage, and her spirit really lightened. And the way that she engaged with the world was in a much kind of lighter, brighter way.
And she definitely opened her heart for making this film.
Yeah.
She has told me as such.
So, Purva, I mean, considering that she is your Daadi, I mean, this must have been a very personal experience for you.
Yeah.
Tell me what that was like.
I mean, well, as an actress,
Yeah.
you know, this is my work, right? And I sort of don't think of work and family as being together. But in this case, I got to make a movie with my grandmother, and she's my only surviving grandmother.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have any other grandparents.
And she's
so,
kind of a legend. So,
and so it was a huge honor for me personally. And then, but I would never have thought to make a movie about my grandmother until my husband came up with the idea. So, and who's not, you know, who wasn't directly related to her until we got married. So it was really a confluence of a lot of personal stuff, and that was really an honor for me. So it was really special to do.
And it was amazing to be directed by me, right?
Pretty so let's get into that. Let's get into that. This is about family, right? And I mean, you two working. Have you guys worked together before? Or?
Well,
no, but we've worked together since.
We've certainly worked together. No, it was amazing because Purva's a producer of the film. The producer's kind of the boss of the director, a little bit, you know, in a strange way.
And the wife is kind of the boss.
The wife is kind of the boss. The director, when they're on set, thinks that they're the boss of everybody, particularly of their actors. So I would be like, Purva, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. I need you to do this. She'd be like, really? And I knew that I was going to pay for it. Like, when we got home, it was on, and I was in trouble. And I could always tell, like, how much is this worth? Like, you know. So
I'm sorry. We had one great outtake that didn't make it in the film, where basically, so we were walking. We had this scene at the end of the film where me and my grandmother are walking outside, and she's walking with her walker, and I'm kind of holding her arm a little bit. And there was a moment where David kept prompting me, hold her, hold her, hold her. And so I would hold her, and she'd say, get off me, don't touch me.
So eventually,
and so I exploded. I turned right to the camera. I didn't realize it was on. I thought he was just rehearsing. And I cursed him out. I'm like, he's telling me not to hold her. You're telling me to hold her. Enough already. And I basically screamed at him. But it was all recorded.
It was also, it was all recorded. And I had to keep watching it in the editing room. It was also incredible how...
You can save that for
I didn't even know about that. I just found out.
It was also incredible how when we would go home in the evening, like, things that weren't necessarily a big deal before, like if I left my socks on the floor or something like that, suddenly, like, this is not okay. Like, you know.
So things transferred to home. Well, I mean, I think that covers most of it. If there's anything else you guys want to add about the film, about the experience, now's the time.
I mean, I just felt like we were incredibly lucky that Shelle was there and that we could work in this space.
Right.
I mean, you can't go into
a senior home.
A senior home where people are, what's the average age there?
84 to 95.
You can't do that.
Yeah, the logistics must be a nightmare.
Right. They weren't extras that we hired.
Right, exactly.
The fact that we got to do that, it just really made it special.
But may I just say that at the beginning, the higher-ups were concerned.
Yeah.
But once it got rolling, these two were so great. We just worked with a very small crew, and it was just sort of, we went under the doors like smoke. It was great. We had to have a small footprint. You said very well.
Yeah.
It was a really special
It does work out. You can do it. Yeah.
So Daadi's happy, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Well, you'll see her on the red carpet.
She gets to be a movie star again, you know? That's what she was born to do, and that's what she's always loved, and she gets to do it now.
It's given her a sort of a new energy.
Right. Well, thanks, guys, for doing this interview.
Appreciate it.